My child, I want you to open your heart right now. Let hope begin to flow, like a refreshing river that cleanses away all your doubts. Allow yourself to believe that I care for you far more deeply than words can convey. In every season of your life, I am with you. When times are peaceful and joyous, I celebrate your victories. When seasons bring you trials and sorrow, I offer you my shoulder to lean upon. Nothing escapes my notice. I see every burden and collect every tear. Even in the moments when you think no one can possibly understand, remember that I do. I see your heart and know the story behind every sigh. I speak to you gently because I want you to rest in the assurance of my love. Even when storms rage around you, your soul can find calm in me. Close your eyes for just a moment and breathe in the peace I am pouring into you. Let your fears slip away, carried off by the knowledge that I am the one who formed you, the one who has guided you through every valley, the one who has placed blessings in your life even when you were unaware. Yes, you may look around and see difficulty, but I see beyond it. I see what happens when you trust me completely. Walls that seem unscalable come crashing down, chains that have held you back for years break open, and doors that appeared forever locked swing wide open. I have authority over every hindrance, every sickness, and every obstacle. Let your heart be strong in that promise. I watch you as you go through your daily struggles. I see how you worry about finances, about health, about relationships, about the future. I want you to know that all these burdens can be laid at my feet. Do not think you must carry them on your own. You often feel you must solve every problem immediately, or you fear that you are failing. But I, the creator of the universe, stand ready to bear your burdens. Understand that when you place your worries, your cares, your fears in my hands, you discover a freedom you never thought possible. Imagine a traveler bent beneath a load too heavy for his strength. He walks and walks, exhausted and trembling, convinced that he must keep going alone. But then a friend arrives with a sturdy cart, offering to carry the load so the traveler may walk upright and unburdened. You are that traveler, and I am the friend who comes to your side. Will you let me carry your load? Open your mind to the reality that my blessings come in many forms. Sometimes they appear as a quiet moment in which your spirit senses my nearness. Sometimes they arrive as a breakthrough so dramatic that all who witness it know it could only be my hand. Sometimes they appear as a still, small voice that nudges you to make a decision based on faith rather than fear. I love to move in your life in ways both big and small. I will feed your soul with hope that is like a lamp shining in the darkest night. When others wonder how you can continue smiling in the midst of trials, you can answer them by saying that my peace is a shield around your heart. I am fully aware of every mistake you have made, every regret that still lingers in your thoughts. I have seen you stumble and question your worth. But my dear child, do not let your past define who you are. In my hands, you are shaped into something beautiful, a vessel that can overflow with kindness, compassion, and hope for others. Think of a clay pot in the hands of a master potter. Even if it cracks or becomes misshapen, the potter can remold and refine it until it becomes a masterpiece. That is how I work in your life. I smooth out the rough edges, fill in the gaps, and polish each surface with care. I do this not to condemn or shame you, but to show you your true value. Understand that my love has no boundary. Even if you feel unworthy, I see beyond all failure and choose to call you my beloved. I want you to believe in your heart that I restore all things in my perfect timing. Look at the example of seeds planted in the soil. The farmer places them in the ground, waters them, and waits. Day after day, nothing seems to happen. But under that soil, hidden from sight, the seed is transforming, preparing to burst forth into new life. In the same way, You might feel like you have been in a dark place, waiting for breakthroughs that seem never to come. Trust that my hand is working, preparing the soil of your life for something good to grow. I water you with my word, shining the light of my Spirit upon you, so that at the appointed time, you will rise up strong and vibrant. I know how you long for your loved ones to see you joyful and transformed. You desire that others notice a brightness in your smile, a renewed energy in your steps. Yes, that is part of my plan. I want your life to reflect my goodness, so that when people look at you, they can sense the wondrous things I am doing in your heart. I will bring the right people at the right time to witness your testimony of hope. I will restore relationships that seemed broken beyond repair. I will remind you that nothing, not even years of estrangement, can hinder what I have decided to redeem. I will heal you, body and spirit. I will fill your home with warmth and purpose. As you receive my blessings, I want your heart to overflow with gratitude. You can then share your testimony, so others might come to trust in my grace as well. I see the times when you feel alone, convinced that everyone has turned away or forgotten you. In your darkest hour, you might believe that no one else is standing with you. Yet I want you to know I am there. Even if every door closed and every friend turned their back, my presence would remain. Even if your enemies rise like a flooding river to threaten you, I promise to raise a standard against them. If you walk through the fire, you will not be burned, because I walk there with you. If you wade through deep waters, you will not sink, because my hand will keep you afloat. I have commanded angels to watch over you. Though you may not see them, their watchful presence stands between you and countless dangers. They fight spiritual battles on your behalf, battles you do not even realize are happening. So do not let fear consume you. I am the King of the universe, and I claim you as my own. I encourage you to open your lips in prayer, even if the words come through tears. Speak to me when you awake, when you go about your day, and when you lie down at night. I'm always listening. I never tire of hearing your voice. Sometimes you worry that your prayers may not be eloquent enough, but what matters to me is the sincerity of your heart. When you come to me honestly, I respond with compassion. Prayer is like a door connecting your heart to mine. Through it, I pour out blessings. I renew your spirit. I guide your steps. I long for that intimate communion with you. Talk to me about your desires, your concerns, your questions. I already know every detail, but I delight in your willingness to share your thoughts with me. I have watched you give your love to others, sacrifice your time and energy, sometimes without receiving the same level of care in return. I know how that can sting. You've been betrayed, misunderstood, and underappreciated. Yet you must never believe that your kindness has gone unnoticed. I have seen every thoughtful act, every patient moment, every time you showed mercy. I will use those seeds of goodness you planted and cause them to grow into a harvest of blessings. You might not see the fruit right away, but nothing is ever wasted when done with a humble heart. Stay faithful in your acts of love, not because you seek rewards, but because you reflect my nature. As you keep sowing kindness, you will see my favor flourish in your life, and I will honor you in front of those who doubted you. I want you to walk boldly into each new day, not dwelling on failures or missed opportunities from the past. I hold the keys to new doors, and I am able to open them at the perfect time. You have to trust me, even if my timing differs from your own expectations. Look at the story of my servant Joseph, who faced betrayal by his own brothers, found himself enslaved, then imprisoned for a crime he never committed. To all appearances, he was stuck in a hopeless situation. But I was still working behind the scenes, preparing the path for him to rise to a place of influence and save many lives. In your life, too, I arrange circumstances in ways you cannot fully see yet. You might feel like you are locked in a prison of disappointments, or that your dreams have been unjustly taken from you. I assure you, Nothing can thwart the destiny I have for you if you keep believing and stay close to my heart. I place a shield around you, especially when adversity strikes. There will be people who do not understand your walk of faith. They may challenge you, mock you, or accuse you of being unrealistic. But remember, my word is more powerful than any human argument. My truth endures, even when opinions change. Do not waste your energy fretting over those who do not stand with you. Instead, focus on my voice and the promises I have whispered into your spirit. Fix your eyes on my faithfulness, and you will stand firm on solid ground. The waves may be tall, but you will not be swept away. The wind may roar, but you will not be destroyed. I will turn those storms into an opportunity for you to demonstrate the strength that comes from my presence in your life. I want you to forgive those who have hurt you. Forgiveness does not mean you approve of their actions or pretend nothing happened. It means you choose to release the bitterness that would otherwise poison your soul. When you forgive, you align with my heart, because I am the God of mercy. I desire to see you free, unburdened by resentment or anger. Some people might never apologize. They might never understand the depth of pain they inflicted upon you. Even so, I want you to let go of the grudge, not for their sake alone, but for yours. Harboring grudges weighs you down, like carrying rocks in your pockets wherever you go. Release them to me, and discover the lightness that comes with a heart unchained. If you struggle to forgive, simply call on me. I will give you the grace and courage to set that person free from your judgment. As you do, you will find yourself stepping into a new realm of spiritual freedom and joy. Let me remind you of how deeply I love you. My love is not merely an emotion, it is my very nature. I love you in your weakness, your uncertainty, your weary moments. I love you in your delight, your laughter, your confident strides. My love is like a father holding a small child's hand. Even if the child stumbles or wanders off, the father's grip remains strong, ready to guide him back to safety. That is how I hold you. I will not abandon you because of your mistakes. I will not cast you aside because you are taking time to learn. Rather, I celebrate every step you take toward growth, toward faith, toward closeness with me. If you ever doubt my love, look at the price I paid to demonstrate it. I gave myself, through my Son, for your sake, so that you might live in freedom and know my heart intimately. This sacrifice was not in vain. It was for you. I see your longing for better days, for a breakthrough that silences your fears. Your heart whispers, "How long must I wait, Lord?" I hear that question. I invite you to look at me and trust that I know exactly when to act. Sometimes you are being prepared during the waiting season. Much like the people of Israel wandering in the wilderness before entering the Promised Land, you too may have a wilderness experience. The journey might feel long, but during that time I shape your character, deepen your reliance on me, and remove habits that would harm you later. Then, when the right moment arrives, you enter your promise fully equipped. It's not punishment, it's preparation. Just as you wouldn't serve raw dough to a guest, I won't serve you an unprepared blessing. I complete my good work thoroughly, ensuring that what you receive will truly bless and not harm you. I want to infuse your mind with hope. If you catch yourself worrying about tomorrow, remember that I am already there. I am the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I see time differently than you do. What seems impossible to you is effortless for me. What appears delayed to you is perfectly scheduled in my divine plan. You are my child, under my care, and I will never release you into chaos without guidance. Even when difficulties arise, I promise, they will not destroy you. Through them, you will grow, learning to trust me more and more. Rest in the confidence that I walk ahead of you, making the crooked paths straight. When you feel weak and uncertain, Come to me with everything inside you. I want you to speak openly about your doubts, your pain, your sense of inadequacy. I am not angry when you have questions. I invite them. I can handle your honest cries. It is better for you to release your frustrations to me than to bury them until they become bitterness. Let your tears flow in my presence if need be. Just as a child finds comfort in a parent's arms, you will find safety in mine. My spirit soothes your mind, calms your heart, and reminds you that you are cherished. I do not want you to live each day under a cloud of condemnation or shame. The cross stands as a testament to the lengths I have gone to remove the power of sin from your life. Step into this reality, beloved one. Let forgiveness define you, not guilt. In the same way, I invite you to stand boldly against the enemy of your soul. The adversary might try to whisper lies that you are unlovable, broken beyond repair, or too sinful to approach me. Reject those voices. Remember that I have redeemed you, marked you as my own, and placed a spiritual armor upon you. I have granted you authority through my name to resist darkness, to cast out those seeds of negativity, and to declare that you are free indeed. Be as courageous as David when he faced Goliath. Though David seemed small in comparison to the giant, he knew my power was greater. You might face obstacles that appear massive, but I assure you, they are no match for my strength. The enemy trembles when you stand in faith, because you remind him of my victory. Keep proclaiming my truth over your life, your home, your family, and your future. I delight in seeing your faith grow. Every time you choose to believe my word over your fears, you strengthen that faith. Like a muscle that gains strength through exercise, your faith becomes more resilient the more you apply it. Do not be discouraged if at times you feel it falter. Even the smallest spark of faith can move mountains, because I am the one who makes it possible. Think of how a tiny seed can split concrete over time. Your faith, however small it feels, is powerful in my hands. Nourish it with my words, guard it against negative influences, and watch it develop into an unwavering confidence that I will never fail you. I have set you apart for a purpose. You were not created by accident, nor are you merely a product of random events. I have a unique calling for your life, something that only you can fulfill in your own way. I have placed a combination of gifts and passions in your heart. Some of those gifts you may already recognize, while others are waiting to be discovered as you venture further along the path of faith. I will guide you into situations and relationships that bring these gifts to light. Do not hide what I have given you. If you can sing, sing joyfully. If you can teach, teach with clarity and compassion. If you can encourage, speak uplifting words every chance you get. If you can show mercy, then do so generously. There is a place in my kingdom for every gift, and I desire that you use yours to bless others and honor me. I want you to approach me in worship and adoration, not as a distant ruler, but as a loving Father who invites you to come close. Offer me your praises in the quiet of your room, in the hustle of your day, or in the fellowship of others who love me. Worship is not confined to a building or a ceremony. It is the expression of your heart's gratitude and reverence. When you lift your voice or simply bow your head in sincere love, you invite my presence more deeply into your life. In that place,